chance because a lot of people saying they missing the lives. Yeah, we got a good one today. Want to kind of let everybody come on in or whatever. Let me kind of pull up this chair some. Okay. Just drop me a line when you come in. Okay. For sure, for sure. What's up, Jermaine Moore? What's up, baby? What's up, Greg? Drizzy? Oh, it's flying now. Damn. Man, what's up? What's up, people? Man, everything good, man. Everything good. Okay. I'm gonna start off telling y'all about the meeting, then I'm gonna tell y'all what happened to me yesterday. Okay, the meeting went excellent. I enjoyed. The guys took me out for lunch and dinner and things like that. They kind of just showed me around a bit. You know what I'm saying? Um, they want to keep it gritty. These guys are gritty. Um, and I think they have the budget to actually produce this. You know, these are some real how should I say it, kind of street guys, but you know what I'm saying? It's they professional guys as well, when they work for a professional company, you know, but they understand more, that we want to keep this raw, and now we're working on airing where we can air and how quickly can we get this done, plus all the agreements and contracts that they want me to have a lawyer take a look at. I'm gonna take those back with me. I do have one more meeting, but I'm skeptical about taking it because I'm just gonna do it just to weigh out my options. But I think I'm choosing these guys, until I make a choice. Once I make a choice, I will let everybody know who it is and what we doing and all the things that they gonna view. And plus, man, I'm gonna see how many of you guys that actually want to be a part of this. This gonna be amazing. This gonna be amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna wear them out, Drizzy. Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, Brian. Oh yeah, Jamie, I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. Good to hear from all y'all. Good to see all you guys. Okay. So the meeting was excellent. What we did was we went sat down, ate lunch, and they let me discuss out everything that I wanted, and things like that. Then and once we all of us came, and we all was like on the same level in thinking of what we want to do, because they like, man, I be watching. I told them I don't watch a lot of it, but a lot of those guys do watch a lot of movies, prison movies, like a lot of you guys were saying Oz, a couple scenes in The Wire they was talking about, and different things like that, in a movie called Lockdown, things like that. And they was like, it ain't take them to that point that they wanted to be at. It ain't get them there. So they was like, yeah, we want to create something that's, the greatest of all times, and we don't want to spare no expense, on this movie, and we gonna start creating it. That was just what I wanted to hear, So what's up? What's up? I don't want to say love Thomas. What's up? I think that it's flying by, and I'm catching it as it fly by. Yeah, I ain't selling. I ain't selling. North to God, for sure, baby. What's up? Devon. New Jack, for sure, for sure. Oh man, they like, man, this is the first time we ever had things detailed out like this. They was like, man, hey, we want you to be a big part of this, because I was telling him, he was like, man, you gotta have experience. I was like, I have no experience. I kept it real with him. I have no experience. Let me get into this right here, man. Okay, so I end up my helper who's with me. I want to say it like that. I don't really want to say assistant. My helper that's with me, who's helping me out on this trip. She lost her jacket. She lost her jacket in Walmart, and she had to get some personal items, so we had to go find a jacket. So we end up at a store, which is Burlington's, you know, and I think it was, I want to say, is I don't think it's Richmond. I think it's San Pablo or something like that. Something. I ain't sure. Don't quote me on that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like to be accurate, and I ain't accurate for sure. So this guy comes up to me, say, homie, yeah, homie, you know what's up now? What's this, and this? And I'm like, huh? And he was like, yeah, your name this and your name that. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm from Louisiana. I ain't even from here. Yeah, and then he had about maybe like 4 or 5 guys with him, you know, and they all was like going along with everything he's saying. So I'm like, he must be a leader, you know, and I know gang culture is big out here. You know, so I ain't really trying to get into nothing. But the dude kept persisting. So I'm like, man, let me show you who I am. You know, by that time he bumping all into me and different things like that. And the other dude started telling me, man, trying to show you who he is. You might got the wrong dude. You know, if dude not who you say he is, then you down bad, man. The man trying to show you. He say you could tell he ain't from here. His accent, and plus dudes out here, if it was popping, they was gonna pop. They was gonna get with you if y'all was funking. They call it funking. If y'all was funking with each other, you know, y'all ain't funking or whatever. So I'm like, nah, I don't even know what that means, cuz, you know what I'm saying? I ain't from here or whatever. So it kept going on and on and on. So I'm pulling up my YouTube, man. Look. And dude like, oh, man, dude ain't from here. But by that time, I'm mad. You done disrespecting me. And then I'm telling dude, I'm like, man, I got buku love. You know what I'm saying? I got subscribers and people in California, all over Los Angeles, and you know what I'm saying? I just did a whole bunch of time because they seeing my YouTube or whatever, and we just talking, and I'm like, hey, bro, like, you gonna have to see me about that. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to apologize. They like, man, apologize, be a man about that and apologize. You had the man wrong. So he going on and on, and before she ain't never been involved with nothing like this, and I understand that, and I wasn't thinking. I should have thought cautiously, you know, about what was going on. Then all these guys at any time could have just jumped me and stumped me out, you know, but I wasn't thinking like that. Like I said, I'm a changed man, but I would not let nobody play with me. You know what I'm saying? I would not let that happen. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that to whatever and however. So we end up getting in, we tussling, we fighting, and old dude, he must have started looking for his homies to help him, because his homies like, man, you did that, man. We told you to apologize to that man. He couldn't stand up to me. I was hitting this boy with all kind of combinations. He tried his best. He could not stand up. My assistant, she hollering, oh Lord. So she ran and got loss prevention. She went and got loss prevention in Burlington. I think that's what they call loss prevention. The guard, it got the workers, and they had a guard in this Burlington's. So loss prevention comes back out, and we about to call the police. Or whatever. And the other dude, them like, man, we ain't jumping, dude, man. Dude stole on homie because homie had him wrong or whatever. And I'm like, nah, it's all good. I said, it's all good. And she was panicking, y'all. She was panicking, man. I'm like, man, I've been into this. It's something that's inside of me. I'm used to this. Like, but I never expected, you know, and afterwards, me and old dude and them, his homeboy and them, we dapped down after I bust their homie up, and they know it. You know, they even got my, they might come on here. If you guys on here, please say something and vouch for me and let them know, you know what I'm saying? Because he had it coming, bro. I didn't disrespect homie. I didn't disrespect him. You know, he came up to me saying I look like Gerald or some dude. I don't know who that is. After I showed you, trying to show you, you damn near bumped my phone out of my hand, bro. You know what I'm saying? You damn near knocked my phone on the ground. Man, I bust dude up. That's for sure. I bust dude up something serious. Like, I put dude in something real serious, you know, but I'm going on because it just showed me after all these years, I still got it. you know. But on vacation, last place, yeah, to try to start something with somebody, man. I end up, I'm trying to go get this young lady a jacket. You know, she need a jacket, man. It's windy and cold out here. It's I don't know what. So I'm trying to go get her a jacket and do the honorable thing. And yeah, crunch time for real, for real. He didn't know. I guess he thought this was some fake type shit, But he ultimately, me and the guys, we end up talking. They were like, yeah, man, we're gonna subscribe to the channel, bro. Dude, you real, dude. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I got love for people from all over. Like, I'm not a type of dude that be repping where I'm from and thinking where I'm from is better and y'all just, nah, man, we grown men. We grown men, dude. Like, we in the world, dude. We don't have to live like this. We don't have to live like this. The time where we had to live like this, that was then. But we out in the world. They got women out here, man. You gonna concentrate your energy on and stuff like that. You rather come up to another man and just accuse him. Man, this dude was blatant. Yeah, what's up now, homie? Yeah, you this, you that dude. I'm like, really? That's me. And at this time I'm lost for words because I think he playing. I think he probably know my YouTube because even at the airport, some people came up to me and shook my hand. They watched the channel, So I'm thinking maybe it's something like that. That's why I didn't just completely lose it straight off the gate. But he get to going on. He wouldn't stop. I'm like, man, let me show you who I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to pull out my ID so you can see my address and all that type of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going on. Look, man, this what I do, bro. This what I do, bro. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nobody out here like that. I'm out here on business, man. Oh, yeah, he wouldn't stop. So I'm like, nah, you got to see me about that, bro. And his dudes, at that point, I hadn't already seen, like, they really won't see this happen. And now we talking, but he still got this little mean look on his face. I called it he was mugging me. He was still mugging me, because I told him, you gonna have to see me about this. And while they still looking at the phone, we still going through the videos, and I kind of played 2 videos for them. And they're like, oh, yeah, man, I got to get on that content. I got to get on that. And he's still just mugging. So by the time everything is resolved and he's still doing whatever, I had to hit him. Bam, bam. He was trying to come back in fighting. I knew he couldn't do nothing with me, no way. I knew and me and him about the same size. It wasn't no difference to try to say, if you do come back on here and try to say I'm bigger than you do, nah, we the same size, bro. We the same size, bro. Yeah. Dudes, and it was like, I was like, hey, bro, I ain't disrespect your homie, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got love for anybody who come up to me and approach me the right way. I got love for him, bro. Like, I wouldn't have never disrespect another man. So, yeah, you're right. Some people will try to trick you out of your position or whatever. And in my head, I'm like, I'm thinking this, I promise me and my brother was just saying, we hope you just, damn, he's going by. And I don't really know how to work it. I don't really want to touch it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to go back and get it. I'm going to answer a lot of you guys because I'm so excited, man. We about to make a great production. We about to put a great production together. It's all worth it. And oh boy, say, man, I'm going to fly. Just give me a day or two. I'm flying out to you. Because I told him I wasn't taking the other meeting. I was like, nah, man, I don't think I'm going to make it out to New York. Because after what I just did, I'm ready to go home. I ain't going to even lie to you. I'm ready to go home because it's all the way different out here. You know what I'm saying? And I love the sceneries and stuff like that. Went seeing the Golden Gate Bridge because everybody telling me to go see it. A red bridge. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was golden. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm from Louisiana, man. I did some time and I don't know, man. You can't laugh at me for that. I thought it was a Golden Gate Bridge, a real golden bridge. People just telling me to go check it out or whatever while I'm up here or whatever. So yeah, I did. And it's like a little rusty red cover. Yeah, I was shocked. Yeah, yeah. But you know, all together, the young lady, she's okay. You know, she's in her room. I done calmed her down. You know, she went out with us for dinner because you know, and things. She didn't go to the lunch meeting, but she went to the dinner meeting when they came back with the paperwork and everything that we all agreed upon. But I told him nothing is final, nothing is set in stone. I'm gonna go ahead and hear out what the guys from New York are talking about because they're willing to come to me. I don't want to go out to New York, man. Listen, I'm not. If I come to your state, man, I'm telling these stories, man, these things that happened in my life, man. I'm not coming out here like I'm hard. I'm not coming out here disrespecting no man. You hear what I'm saying? I'm coming out here level-headed to try to do something positive and change things. This is a bad look. You know, what if somebody grab a camera and film this? How this guy talking about making a positive change, making a positive difference, and this is what he doing, you know? And I don't want to be that guy that they got ammunition to use against me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to do the best that I can to make my mark and make a difference, you know? Even though we talking about some things that negatively, all the negativity that happened, you know, we going to a positive place. We are. We taking this somewhere positive. And I'm talking about I didn't help already and change the mindset of a lot of young dudes already. Man, y'all should see my community. Y'all should see the things that's happening. And these guys are going to help their neighbors and different things. They doing better in school. Man, things are happening right. Lee, I don't want to say that. Gant, yeah. I appreciate it. Everything, yeah. Yeah. Keenan, yeah. Brian, Coastal Peach, Pat, what's up, y'all? Yeah, it's nothing but love, bro. Y'all support me, bro, and I appreciate that love. I really do. And I'm not the type of person. Charity, what do you say? Chili? Oh, all right. You always, CHI is like 1-1. I think it is Chili though, but appreciate you. You donate and everything. A lot of y'all do. Like if I see it, don't think I'm just ignoring some of them. I'm not. They flying by so fast, you know. And I really do want to say what's up and learn a lot of you guys because this is a family right here, man. We doing something that I'm not gonna let. Once we get to a place, it deter me around from what the actual goal is. And at one time, I used to idolize Tupac, you know, and I'm just going to keep it real. I used to idolize the guy. And I thought he was going to bring a lot of negativity and turn it positive, you know, and make a big difference because a lot of people would have followed Tupac and he could have made a real difference, you know. That's what I thought his plan was, you know. So it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to keep blabbering about things, but you know, I did analyze the dude because he had a good following and he had a good mind. He had the right mind to take and change and bring a lot of people together. You know what I'm saying? He could have brought a lot of races together and things like that. A lot of youngsters, this and that. He could have done. He had to cross all kind of barriers. You know what I'm saying? He could have changed a whole lot. I'm not saying I can change that much. I hope I can. I'm praying I can. You know what I'm saying? Because this time out, people can't walk out their door. You know, just in the hood, before I left, 2 young guys got killed. Then one guy got killed at the gas station, young guys. And then one of the young guys, I knew one of the young guys that did kill him. You know, I knew him. But there was the one young guy that I could never reach. He was real quiet. His name was Drake. He was real quiet. He was real quiet. And every time the other guys would come around me, he'll just sit back and he won't say a word. He was just real quiet. So I knew it was something about the guy, you know what I'm saying? Monkey, you know, keep your head up in there, bro. Now you got to go through what I told you, you know, that was coming. You know, you got to go through it now. So I tried to prevent you from being up in there. Now you got to go through it. So, Monkey, keep your head up, bro, and handle your business, bro. Don't back down from nothing. Don't back down from nothing up in there. You back down, it's over with. If they find a weakness, they going to prey on that weakness, bro. You better believe that. Stretch whatever you heard. I'm telling you the uncut parts of it. I'm not telling you the glorified parts of it that people don't want to know, that people don't want to say when they get out. I'm telling you everything. So I told you what it was like. Now this little young guy, well, these two young guys, Monkey and Dre, y'all got to go see what the inside of them walls look like. And y'all got a long time to do. Y'all long term. Y'all long term. You know, y'all about to be shipped around a whole bunch. And it's going to start as soon as you hit them. You know, you're going to end up in the East Baton Rouge Parish Prison. You know what I'm saying? Then you're going to go to out there towards Tallulah way or Callahoola way. Either way, they're going to get to shipping you all over the place. You're going to see prisons you never even heard of. You're going to see prisons that you ain't think Louisiana got up some prisons. They got up some prisons and they violent. Once they put you inside those walls, they going to cover up everything that happened. Everything that happened inside those walls, they going to hide. Believe that. Yeah, guys, so, okay. So any of you guys that I could get to start helping me out, you know what I'm saying? You know, and I wouldn't dream of letting you guys, you know, just do this. We're going to try to monetize our work. A lot of things have been, and I'll explain that another time, you know, because this YouTube stuff is crazy, you know. We more on the edgier side. Put it like that. We more on the edgier side. So, what do you say? Yes, focus on the mission. Appreciate that. One love. Yeah. An audio book. Yeah. Man, this is the foundation right here. You guys are the foundation. You know, so I'm coming to you guys. You guys made it possible for me to help so many different people, to reach so many different people. So this is the foundation. Y'all input matters the most. You know how people go Hollywood and taking interviews. Now you went from this guy to now you got on shades and you got on fur coats and you're a whole different person than when you started. Your mission ain't even the same. Now it's about yourself. I take all funds, man, and anybody that know me, they know my heart. Like, I help anywhere I can, in any organization that's really doing. I don't just give money. Hey, here you go. You know, no. I vet that out. Let me see what that's about. Yeah, and get into that. Okay, that's a nice one. Okay, y'all doing this. Okay, I want to get involved. I'll donate this if I can get involved. I got a lot of subscribers. They coming with it. They the New Jack crew. They coming with it. They want to make a difference. And that's why I keep you guys caught up on everything. Man, but yeah, it was wild yesterday. You know, I'm not going to say that, dude, you know, so I don't want there to be a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Dude hit me. We fought, but you didn't win. And you know you didn't win because it was real. It was real out there. It was real out there. And loss prevention and the security guard wouldn't have came. You know, I was just getting loose. I wasn't tired. I got buku energy. Ralph C, my dude, Chili. Yeah, I appreciate you. If I'm saying that wrong, I'm going to get it right. I'm sorry. Because I see you got the ones instead of L's, you know. So I'm just trying to figure it out. I see all you guys. And plus, we going to get better acquainted. Yeah. Kansu, I appreciate it. You know, I'm seeing it. And, bro, I'm so excited, man. I can't even believe that this about to happen. Now we about to touch a broader audience and a broader base. But like I said, this is where it started. This is what I'm sticking to. I'm bringing everything to you guys first. That's why I told them I'll be disrespectful and to bring y'all material that I haven't brought to my subscribers who started with me. Why would I give y'all that? Y'all told me to write out the first season in script form. I did it. It's a script. Y'all love it. But I cannot give you, I could give you season 2, but that was going to take too much time. I was still doing episodes while I was writing this script out and typing this script out, you know. So I didn't do season 2. You know, I didn't even make it that far. So when we really get into let's sit down at the table and now terms is final. Then I start updating everything and getting all that script wrote. But I'm never going to stop doing episodes for my subscribers. That's just point blank. And I'm glad you guys here with me to actually see this happen. You know, something that started from nothing. Guys, we started from nothing. We started from 300 people, you know, and basically not even that. We started from zero, but, you know, 300 people was here when I was doing, you know, street news, you know, when I was doing that part of it, you know, and just talking about the things that was going on in the neighborhood and the streets, killing and things like that was happening. Oh, man, I said the wrong word because they big on that word. I'm going to stretch that out. I'm going to try, you know. I have to go to YouTube Studio. They big on that type of stuff, you know. But that's why I asked them too, what about the network we going to run this show on? And he was like, let me work on that, but I guarantee you, we going to come up with something that's going to be great, and everything's going to be allowed. You know, so I'm with that. You know what I mean? I'm with it. So, like I said, I'm going to do another live today because I'm going to go meet with those guys one more time because they understand that I'm taking another meeting. So I pretty much know what this is about, you know. If whatever those guys offer you, come back and see us before you commit to them. You know, they're going to match that offer. I'm pretty sure, you know, and I just want to be real about the things. I'm going for what's best for me, you guys, and this younger generation that's leaving like that. Then, not only you taking innocent people with you, they have an elderly woman, and believe what I'm saying, she was struck by gunfire. And nobody knew nothing. Oh yeah, the acting roles, that's already in there. So if anybody want to play any character in this thing, which are real people, but you understand, movie talk. This is the approach they going from, you know. So anybody, let me know, and we're gonna run it. We're gonna go from there, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys get first pick. That's the first thing I'm negotiating. So it's hands down. I want people who can appreciate it, who started from it, not somebody who just you bring in, you know, and he don't know anything about it, anything about the script, anything about these real people, these real live people. Yeah, Lako, for sure. That's my dog, you know. Yeah, I ain't gonna say. I was just about to say something, and I was gonna give something away, but you know, nah, I'm gonna bring that back in too. But yeah, man, we're gonna need a Sergeant Larry too. We're gonna definitely need Sergeant Larry. I know it's a crazy part to want to do, but we're gonna need a Sergeant Larry, and they gotta get Larry down packed. That dude was a character and a half. That dude was something serious. They gonna have to get that. You know, I even want the warden too. We gotta get a good warden because that dude played us. Man, I'll never forget that day. We like, yeah, man, everybody, we about to go tell the board, man, they about to get up out of here. Yeah, we thinking we about to get some justice. Man, we come around there, man, look at this, man. Hey, what the transport bus doing here? What's going on? I'm just taking orders. We on the bus just shackled down. Hey, it's all I can tell you right now. You know, and he wasn't no bad guy. He was just doing what he was told to do. Man, they put us on that bus and got us out of there so fast. We troublemakers. We troublemakers, you know. And then the workforce, I'm gonna tell y'all this too. So, you know, when I do come in and make the story, they workforce at this prison the season 3, they workforce you know, you got to learn, you got to be trained in every area. You know, the computer parts, the license plate, you got to be the agriculture, you have to be trained. And that's considered as like the field. You know, you have to be trained in each department because you rotate. Wherever you need it at, you obligated to go to work. You know, so it ain't just one set. It ain't just on like the other prison. You just got one set job, which was carpool and detail for me and my dudes. And you know, Pedro, he was over there at the whatchamacallit, but they end up before I left. I think Pedro ended up going back there being a floater. I think I ain't sure. Don't hold me to that. But I was just hearing different things. But yeah, I think so though. But like I said, it's different. You gotta work where you need it at. That's just point blank how it is. And it's a lot of more roaming about. It's a lot of more roaming. They permitted to be on the hall. You know, ain't no you ain't supposed to be on the hall. You ain't no. They permitted to be on the hall. I just seen it, man. Your comment faded. I was just about to see it. It faded, bro. It faded. I appreciate it. May Yahweh bless you. I appreciate that. C.O. Vonda had the drugs moving. Yeah, damn, I wasn't supposed to say that either. But it is what it is. You know, I ain't really focusing everything on YouTube monetizing because, you know what I'm saying, that's the whole point of me not really wanting to monetize this channel. You know, because I don't want to be told how to express myself, you know? And that's just freedom of speech and me talking. I understand this, you know, the community, and I respect it as much as I can. But, you know, I gotta give the subscribers what they want. Where's Sergeant Larry now? Sergeant Larry is in a place called Southern Heights. Oh, I know. Yeah. I know Jesse, he's retired. Yeah, I know. I've seen Sergeant Larry. Just to keep it real with y'all, nothing happened to Sergeant Larry ever. Ever. I seen Sergeant Larry towing his boat. He was towing his boat. He was getting ready to go down to Atchafalaya Basin and go fishing, you know. And I seen him and he want to talk, hey, man, how you doing, man? Been a long time, man. How you doing for yourself now? How you doing for yourself now? Yeah, I'm all right, Sergeant Larry. All right, now you go ahead and handle business. You be good now. Yeah, I know where you are. Yeah. Not saying that you shouldn't be there or nothing like that. I'm just saying. Yes. He live in a nice little neighborhood called Southern Heights. You know? Yeah. Oh, I gotta look at that. Be willing to help type the script. Anybody. Whatever y'all want to participate with and get involved, this is a paying production we doing. This is a paying production, you know. So I would rather bring all that and funnel that back into the community that's helping help. You get what I'm saying? The community that's helping help, you know. So we oh man, I hate that when I miss something and it catches my eye. Baby Charles. Matter of fact, it was a guy on here saying something about Shreveport. Baby Charles is now in Shreveport, staying in Shreveport, Louisiana. That's about four hours away from where I'm at. It's about 4 hours away from I still talk to Charles. I hadn't talked to him in a while, but I still, it's what's understood don't need to be explained. He understand what I'm saying. We run across each other. We talk. It's been a while, but we talk since we've been out of prison. Put it like that. Yeah, it's been a while, but we talk. And once I know we good. No peace ain't. Oh man, why am I saying these words? Can't help myself, people. But nah, peace ain't leave here. Be still here. Be still here. Don't just be cool, cause peace is not going anywhere, man. It's like, you know, like a bug that you try to get away from. And it seemed like, you know, what I said to myself, I say, why couldn't the good guys just become all in one prison? I used to wonder that. Why all the good guys, why I gotta see the guys over and over that I don't like? Like that's just, man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. But I don't want to say too much or whatever, because I do want to keep the suspense in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was. He was. And like I said, that's right there is what kind of set right with my soul. That set right with my soul. Sidekick Man was wrong. That set right with my soul. Because I just couldn't figure it. It was just coincidental. But I do believe Dante was an undercover. I believe Dante was an undercover. Because the dude, he was different. You've been in here for about, I say about six to 8 months, you know, and you didn't operate like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And it's almost like, you know, it's just crazy. We're going to express it in the because the words I want to say, I rather say them on the episode. And then I'm about to start bringing y'all more different things and backgrounds and different things like that and where these people at too. I'm glad I'm starting to get a lot of help now. Now we're going to progress the way we should. Because, and like I said, any of you guys that want to help, you know, on the channel in any form or fashion, please, you know, make it stand out. Because my email, man, let me tell you, I caught a headache. You got to understand, I'm not used to this at this point, you know. So I go in the email and I'm only one person. That email is flooded. The email is going to break. I'll have to literally type something in and then I can pull that up in my email. If you understand what I'm saying. Like, if I'm looking for somebody that say they sent me a specific email, I can type your name in, what's your email, and it'll come up. But first, me going down the list and going through there, at one point in time, I could. And I can respond, and I know you guys know, if you're on here, I respond to you in the email. So I knew, you know, I do respond, you know. But after a while, the email is just like these, the chat, just going up and up, and I get a headache, you know. I have to stop reading. So I try to tackle as much as I can per day, you know, and then get back with people. So, let's say send email from B1 Teasing. Okay, tease. Okay. All right, I'm going to look for that. Yeah, so like I said, I do, when I see it, I try to get back at you guys because I love to, you know, interact with you guys or whatever, you know, so because we got a lot of things that's coming up and I'm hiring good people to work alongside with me. We working together as a unit. The New Jack team, we're in the squad, the crew, we're going to have different sectors of it. We're going to have different sectors of it that do different things, and that's how we gonna run this thing and get some change going, man. Cause I was watching something the other day. This crazy, y'all. I was watching a video. The guys on there, they got the guns, they gang, and dude got. Let me see. Let me make sure I don't say. Y'all shooting a regular video and dude get. That's when things getting out of hand. When y'all shooting a regular video and somebody get shot. And this ain't something I'm talking about like the last time I seen something a while ago that happened. This is recent. This video ain't even hit the internet. I actually was watching the video that someone had and a guy and a firearm discharged in a video. What's up, David Patterson, Connecticut? Much love from LA. For sure, baby, for sure. Appreciate you. That's why I say it's people all over, you know, the world, and I don't discriminate. I don't have that bone in my body. I just love good people. You know what I'm saying? That's all I love. Good people. You know, it's a war out here already. Man, you got Lil Juco. Oh man, Lil Juco. Man, Lil Juco got a real world charge. Y'all, and some of you might know what a real world charge. You know it's a difference between some of the time that you can get in prison. You'll get prison sentence. Like you did something in prison, you already in prison. So what they gonna do is like take some of your good time, or they gonna give you, 6 to 7 months. But Lil Juco did something, and I heard about it, and I'm gonna brief y'all guys on all that. He did something and caught a real world charge, and now he gonna spend 78 years. He's still in prison. His brothers are out. But Lil Juco caught a real world charge and caught 78 years. Yeah. It's just that awful. Man, wait till I tell y'all about old guy who they wanted to violate, and he stuffed something inside of himself. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I seen so much as a young man till now when I bring some of these things up. It feels good getting it off my chest and talking about it more and to a broader base and knowing it's helping. But I still have to shake these things off and get away from, these things for a little while. So when people give you like, man, tell another story, do another video, man, this is draining. This is psychologically, physically, this is draining. Like some days I could and some days I just can't. Some days I just have to see the sun. I'm like, man, I gotta get up out of here. I feel like I'm suffocating, So it's just Lil Bambino, he might be at he might be in New Orleans, I know he's out and about. He's changed his life completely. And he's actually in a committed relationship, the same way he was in prison at the end. He's in a committed, not with, but with someone else. I just don't want to, do anything to that point about his future. Now, the past, like when I talk to these guys, they know that's our past. That past belongs to all of us. So everyone, they can speak about it. That past belongs to us. Those guys understand that. Like I said, a lot of those guys filed suit before the 2-year mark hadn't hit. When all that was over, they filed, because if you file it within those 2 years, you could always still bring that suit against, that state or that prison or whatever. But yeah, it's crazy. Man, I can't wait to get into a lot of it. And then y'all gotta understand too, I'm trying to keep my mind focused because it's a lot of fast talking. It's a lot of, what you call that? It's a lot of legal formalities, that they trying to get over on you with too, So it's nobody without the intent. There's nobody without the intent. Guys, yeah, I plan to do a lot of, hopefully I can get a lot of those guys to get involved with the making, of this as well. That'll be excellent. You know how that go. The only thing I have to do is work with those guys and bring those guys to you guys. Now, a lot of them, like Bo, he's on board. Roderick, he's on board. It's a lot of guys on board ready to do the interview, and they ready to do it at any time. But a lot of those guys stay in different, they move to different states and things like this too. So, we've tried to find a software. And this software was breaking up. It's called Riverside FM. And I did one interview with Bo, but I decided not to even post that interview. Man, it was so horrible. It was going in and out. Just like when I interviewed JP. When I interviewed JP, my voice was echo, and I fixed that problem with what was that OBS. I fixed that with OBS, but with Riverside, man, it breaks up. It's not very clear. So these guys will have to have either I would have to pay and go out to those guys, or pay those guys to come out to me. But that's why I'm trying to do the most important things and lay out the structure before I start traveling and doing all that. And we'll keep going on. The channel will keep going, when we do finally get to the end of all seasons, So it'll kind of keep having, so yeah, it may be a strange way of doing things, but that's what I want to do. And plus, I was kind of hoping that a lot of those guys are still around that was saying this didn't happen or that didn't happen, because I love to prove them wrong. Because a lot of people suffer, you guys. For to tell these stories, a lot of people suffer. A lot of people didn't make it as well, So it's just not something, But I'm going to get up, get my day started, go meet with these guys and trying to see what the last little info, and I'm going to keep coming to you guys. Matter of fact, we're gonna get into a talk. How about this? I'm gonna schedule a live and you guys will see it. And we're going to get into I'm going to just let y'all ask questions. And if it ain't telling too much of what's coming, I'll answer all questions. How about that? How about that? We'll do that. Discord is a good software to do interviews. If I can find a good one, I'll do it. If I can find a good one, I'll do it. I'll start those interviews. It just breaks up so bad. I actually did one with Roderick too as well. Did an interview with him, and it's just horrible, you guys. And I don't want to put that out. I don't want, I try to do my best, the best I can. I'm learning all this. I try to do the best I can when I do something, and that's not really, up to par at all. This card is great. Okay, King J, show you right. I'm gonna check that out. Damn, can I move that? Nope. All this popped up. Nope. I gotta figure that out. Oh yeah, for sure. A-bar, for sure. For sure. E. So we gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about a lot when I schedule a live, so y'all see it, because I'm gonna schedule it. It's gonna come on at a Pacific time, and we're gonna get into a lot. We may even go through a live episode or whatever, because I'm on the run and I'm trying to stay focused, and I know I still got an obligation to you guys, so I'm trying to do it all. It's just staying focused and kind of doing this, and plus I got my helper, the young lady, the helper that's with me, and it's just a moving kind of thing going on. And these guys, I don't know, Hurricane Floyd, Jose Lopez. Yeah, Hurricane Floyd, what about it? Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. But that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna come back. Nachi. Well, Nachi in New Orleans. Now Nachi, I talk to all the time. I talk to Nachi since I've been here. That's bro. Nachi is bro. That's my brother. Chris Martin, I appreciate you, homie. Much love, bro. Yeah, Nachi, that's bro right there, man. That's bro. But yeah, it's Tim Jones. You got to be part of the New Jack crew for sure. For sure. That's a brotherhood. It's not, and on here, it's not just for the men. Don't believe that for 1 second. That's a state of mind. When you know better, you do better, but you willing to stand your ground for what you believe in, will not be intimidated. You know, these is just the whole point. When all this started out, I was just getting into that place. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't just go run up and say, hey man, hey, you gotta stop violating that dude. I don't know my way around. I'm trying to survive. I ain't come up in there. Now that's a movie when somebody holler about they went straight in prison. Went straight in prison and ran up to somebody to go help somebody that he don't know from somebody he don't know how they operate fully up in here. Ain't got no sword to help you. And you mean tell me you made it out there without getting violated? I think's not. Because that's what they love. They love it when you struggle and fight. Robbie and Jubin. Now, Jubin, I know where he at, but I haven't heard about Robbie. I know where Jubin at. Jubin is he's in Baton Rouge as well. He's in West Baton Rouge. He lives in a place called Addis, Louisiana. I've talked to him. He'll do an interview as well. You know, we have since became men and patched up a lot of things, which, you know, he's accepting of who he is. And I am too. You know, and I congratulating him. He ain't so angry or none of that. Jubin love who he is. That's why I was telling people, like, a lot of people have grew up, like, and they're in a whole different state of mind. You know what I mean? A whole different state of mind. So it ain't like a lot of these guys got hate for me because this is what I'm doing. They want this. This is actually going to help them and help their case. Because they really suing. They really suing. And y'all got to understand, too, a lot of these guys ain't been out of prison that long. A lot of them just been out of prison 2 and 3 years. You know, at the max. So, a lot of these guys had some serious time. So, yeah. But that's what I say. I promise you. Let you be Doc Keenan. Okay. So, if you saying that you want to be somebody in this, especially my friends, like, you got to know, you got to get to know Doc. Like, you got to know who Doc is. Like, I have nothing but love for Doc. Like, that will never, ever change. That is my brother. That is my brother. And he support me on everything I'm doing. He support me, you know. Actually, Doc is in North Carolina. I seen somebody on here said North Carolina. Doc is in North Carolina. Yeah, that's what Doc at. Okay, understand. It is insane. Man, do you know these people, if they can't get, after they done gave you so many beatings, after the guards done gave you so many beatings, if they still can't get through to you, do you know they will lock you in a special part of the prison and barely feed you and calm you down that way? They will calm you down that way. I may need to hire a bodyguard soon, D. Wear booty bandits. Oh, look, man, this is crazy. I'm gonna say it like this. I ain't gonna say no names, no nothing. Those guys then matured as well, and they're in relationships as well. Yeah. I know two for sure. And they are now I appreciate it. Fit for life, for sure. Yeah, those guys, you know, and me, I don't discriminate at all. Like, people are people. Live your life. Be happy. Live your life. Don't let nobody tell you how to live and what they expect you to do. You'll live your life miserable. You know, at the time, the things that you guys did, now a lot of them, I can't stand their guts. I ain't gonna lie. And not because of what you are, what you did. You know, and they'll have to get that guy, get Jose Lopez picture. C.O. Vonda, you want to play C.O. Vonda? Okay. I'm telling you, it's coming strictly to you guys. And now that I thought about it, keep up the positivity. I appreciate it. Happy to be happy. I appreciate it. Yesterday I watched all of season 1. Yeah. And it's crazy. Like, if I go watch one of the episodes, it brings me back. It brings me back to that time, to that space and that time. Because people don't realize the end of the 90s and the early 2000s, that was a whole different era. That was a whole different era. You know? So, yeah. But you guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. And I will be back. So check for the schedule. Trayvon, they would never. I didn't catch that. Yeah, but you have no control in prison. You have no control. No. Like, whatever they say goes on. Prison is a whole nother world. It's a world inside of the world. You know, they rules. And you know who gonna do something? Because even the DOJ and the inspector general, they can't just run into prison. They have to schedule and kind of give them heads up that they about to even be investigated. The prison is a whole nother thing of its own. They controls everything. They just want to lie to the public and, you know, but we'll get into all that too. So I appreciate you guys coming in on the live. I'll schedule the next live. I don't know. Somebody trying to teach me. I just seen it say you can touch. Oh, thank you. All right. Yeah, next live we come on, we gonna be in there. All right. We're gonna be in there. All right. So I'm gonna end this one, but I'm gonna schedule the next one. Check for that. Got you. Y'all have a good one, man.